Dr. Ramnaran Sahu, and the first fundamental duty is to abide by the constitution and respect its idol and institutions. यानी जो कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन है वो सुप्रीम है, जो सबसे पहले आएगा वो है कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन, एंड जो भी कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन में लिखा गया है वो एज ए सिटीज़न हमारा ड्यूटी है कि उसे हम फॉलो करें। एंड जो भी अलग अलग कॉन्स्टिट्यूशंस के इंस्टीट्यूशंस है एंड जो ऑर्गेनाइजेशन है उनकी हम बात मानें, एंड टू रिस्पेक्ट द नेशनल फ्लैग एंड द नेशनल एंथम, जो भी हमारे सिंबल्स हैं उनको रिस्पेक्ट देना हमारी ड्यूटी है।
एरोट्रैक्टर सुमित घाटगे। हमारे भारत के लिए महात्मा गांधी, सुभाष चंद्र बोस, भगत सिंह ऐसे बहुत से स्वतंत्रता सेनानी लड़के गए हैं और उन्होंने अपना जीवन एक नोबल आइडिया के आधार पर जिया है। और इसी के बारे में हमारे भारत के कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन के आर्टिकल 51A में बताया गया है कि ऐसे नोबल विचारों को हम लोग को आगे बढ़ाना चाहिए और उनका पालन करना चाहिए। विचार जैसे नॉन वायलेंस, जस्टिस फॉर इक्वालिटी और भी बहुत कुछ, और इसी के बारे में हमें फॉलो करना चाहिए और आगे बढ़ाना चाहिए। अगर हम इनका पालन नहीं करेंगे, इनको मानेंगे नहीं, तो मेरे विचार में शायद से हम उनका आदर नहीं कर रहे हैं, उनके जो मेहनत है उसकी।
Prajakta Vinesh Khatate, and I am here to explain you guys about the third fundamental duty, that is to uphold and protect the sovereignty, unity and integrity of India. So let's get started. The third fundamental duty in Indian Constitution outlined in Article 51A is about to uphold and protect the unity, sovereignty and integrity in India. It emphasizes the responsibility of the citizens to safeguard the nation's territorial integrity and ensure its unity. India is a multicultural country where everyone lives together. Despite all cultural differences, unity is something which defines us, and we have to make sure that unity stays forever. As we stand at the crossroads of history, let us pledge to be the guardians of the sovereign nation and champions of the unity and advocates for its integrity. In doing so, we honor the sacrifices of those who came before us and laid the foundation for India, which constitute India to be the beacon of democracy, diversity and resilience. Thank you.
Hello everyone, this is Road Tractor Leelavati Vishwakarma, and today I'll be talking about one of the fundamental duties, that is defend the country and render national service when called upon to do so. India is a country with the largest constitution. As a responsible citizen, it is our primary duty to follow all the rules, regulations and guidelines provided by the government. The Defence Force, Air Force and Navy Force protect our Mother India selflessly. We can contribute for our country by at least paying taxes regularly, by taking care of our surroundings and by eliminating the discrimination. By doing all this, we are moving towards a more civilized society. When we call ourselves Indians, it is our responsibility to take care of our country as we take care of our home.
Hello everyone, I Rotractor Vibha Zambodkar, and I'm going to talk to you about fundamental rights to spreading and promote the brotherhood of our Indians. We are all Indians, and we are divided in religions and linguistics. We have so many castes as we are being divided at. But we have to remember one thing, that we are Indians and we have to respect everyone, and we have to give love and kindness and spread it to others. There is no wrong, there is no right. We should respect everyone and show the equality that women's is also the same and all the Indians are same.
I Rotractor Nidhi Nagaonkar, and one of my fundamental duty is value and preserve the rich heritage of the country's composite culture, which implies recognizing and cherishing the diverse cultural elements that make up a nation's identity. This involves appreciating historical traditions, languages, art, music, customs, and religious practices that have evolved over time. It encourages the appreciation of the collective identity formed by the various cultural influence, emphasizing the importance of safeguarding and passing on the cultural wealth of future generations. It requires a commitment to understanding the significance of this cultural mosaic and ensuring its transmission to future generations through education, documentations, and active participations in cultural practice. It's about understanding the interconnectedness of various cultural threads that contribute to the unique tapestry of a nation's heritage.
Hello everyone, myself Road Actor Sania Sheikh. One of my fundamental duty is to protect and improve the natural environment, including forests, lakes, rivers and wildlife, and to have compassion for living creatures. Nowadays, we are growing towards technology, but somewhere we have forgotten that our mother nation, natural, is also important. As a responsible citizen, we have to ensure our environment is also responsibility too. Thank you.
Hello everyone, I am Road Actor Bhavna Gaura. Today I am going to speak on one of the fundamental duties, that is to develop the scientific temper, humanism and the spirit of inquiry and reform. Developing scientific temper involves cultivating a rational and evidence-based approach to understanding the world. For example, encouraging students to question, experiment and analyze rather than accepting information blindly fosters scientific temper. Humanism emphasizes empathy, ethics, the value of human life, promoting acts of kindness, tolerance, and inclusivity in education and society nurtures humanism. For instance, incorporating literature that explores diverse perspectives can instill a humanistic outlook. The spirit of inquiry and reform involves encouraging a curiosity-driven mindset and openness to change. In education, promoting projects that require research and proposing solutions to real-world problems cultivates this spirit. For instance, students working on environmental projects contribute to both inquiry and reform.
Hi, I Road Actor Sushri Rai. One of the fundamental right is to safeguard the public property and to adjure the violence. Safeguarding a public property is crucial for the well-being and the progress of the society. Abjuring the violence promotes the peace and the harmony within the communities. Public properties belongs to
Hello everyone, I Road Tractor Khushi Surendra Singh. Today we are going to talk about the 10th fundamental duty, that is to strive towards the excellence in sphere of individual and collective activity so that the nation should reach to a higher level of achievement. This duty promotes the individual to work effectively in their particular field, whether individually or jointly. The best example for this would be in the field of education, that is if all the individual including student, teachers and policy maker will come together and make new policies and achieve new techniques for teaching, then it will lead to a greater achievement in field of education. Not only this will help us to achieve a better education, but also it will promote a good relation and a good achievement with our nation. Thank you.
हेलो, आई रोड ट्रैक्टर अर्जुन कुबेरा। मैं आपको आज एक फंडामेंटल ड्यूटी एक्सप्लेन करने वाला हूँ फ्रॉम आवर कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन। ये लेटेस्ट 2002 में इन्वॉल्व की गई है इन द कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन, विच सेज दैट कि अगर आप एक पेरेंट हो और आपका चाइल्ड 6 to 14 ईयर्स के बीच में बिलोंग करता है तो उसके जो भी नेसेसरी एजुकेशनल अपॉर्चुनिटीज है वो आपको उसे प्रोवाइड करने पड़ेंगे। सेम गोज विद द स्टेट। अगर आपको पता चल रहा है कि आपके स्टेट में एक स्टूडेंट है जो पढ़ नहीं पा रहा है जस्ट बिकॉज ही इज़ नॉट फाइनेंशियली इंडिपेंडेंट, तो आपको उसे फ्री एजुकेशन प्रोवाइड करना ही पड़ेगा। ये इन 2002 न्यू अप्लाई किया गया था सो दैट एवरी स्टूडेंट कैन लर्न। आज अभी वो दिन नहीं रहे कि जो अमीर का बेटा वो पढ़ेगा और गरीब का बेटा पढ़ नहीं पाएगा, क्योंकि फ्री एजुकेशन सिस्टम अवेलेबल हो गया है। मेरे हिसाब से ये अमेंडमेंट जो किया गया है उसने बेसिकली एक बच्चे के एजुकेशन और उसका जो फाइनेंशियल बैकग्राउंड है उसको कम्प्लीटली डिटैच कर दिया है, और मेरे हिसाब से ये पिछले कई सालों में से सबसे बेस्ट अमेंडमेंट रहा है आज तक का। एक स्टूडेंट जो फाइनेंशियली इंडिपेंडेंट नहीं है वो भी पढ़ सकता है, एक स्टूडेंट जो थोड़ा बहुत फीस भर रहा है वो भी पढ़ सकता है इस अमेंडमेंट की वजह से। और इसलिए मैं चाहता हूँ कि ऐसे अमेंडमेंट्स कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन में होते रहे और ऐसे नए नए टेक्नोलॉजीज और नए नए अमेंडमेंट्स हम बच्चों को पढ़ने के लिए मोटिवेट करें, बिकॉज एज एन एग्जाम्पल वी कैन टेक कि हर एक बच्चा कल का फ्यूचर है। हम जो पढ़ रहे हैं उसके हमें कुछ ना कुछ गवर्नमेंट ने उसमें दिया है, और जो गरीब पढ़ रहा है वो कहीं ना कहीं आगे जाके लाइफ में कुछ सक्सेसफुल बनेगा। थैंक यू फॉर